Hello. Oh, there's a timer on the screen. 25 seconds for the intro. Let's go. hope, hope you're all having a great day. My name is Hamilton. You're watching Thursday Night Trade Off. I'm with my brother, Crypto Chester here, and we are basically going to go head to head today with 300 bucks and some beautiful spinning wheels. Let me know if everything sounds good, looks good, or bad. We need to know right now. It would be fantastic. Let me just show you guys what's good here. Chester, do you just want to say hi real quick?
A little
Oh, I had you muted. Sorry. Go again. Go again. I caught that one quite early though. I
yeah,
got it
thank
early this
God.
time.
Last time we really messed that up. Yeah.
Talking like 5 minutes last time.
Hello, everyone. I'm Crypto Chester. Nice to see you back on decentraHYPE for the Thursday night trade-off. As I was just saying then, I hope you all had a fantastic day trading. I know Bitcoin has been pretty stale, not really done that much, but nearly kicked my lights over. But yeah, hopefully you've had a fascinating day. Hopefully you've had a great day, and you're looking forward to the trade-off, which I am as well. So yeah, I'll throw it back to Hammy. I think we're going to start with a BTC update.
Is it working? Hello? Yes, we are indeed. I just want to show you guys exactly what's going to go on here. So again, 300 bucks each to start the game here for this hour, and we're also going to do any altcoins that you guys suggest as well. So feel free to pop them in the chat if you want to get it early. It's first come, first served. Let's go. And then this next one here is where all the fun is. Okay, this is where the absolute degenerate gambling side of it comes in. And yeah, essentially you can see on the left here, we've got leverage used. We've got the time we have to take the trade, which again, we'll be spinning the wheel for that and have a counter on the screen. And then we have the percentage of our stack that will be traded here. So again, you got 10%, 25%, and 50% for the rare case here. And I might actually make that 50% a little bit rarer because yeah, it didn't save my settings from the last stream. So let's just do a quick little thing here. Where is it? 50%. So yeah, we'll just double these. Boom. Look at this technical. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so we are good to go. Chester, did you want to just do a little Bitcoin update while I fix my very pale face here?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, bro. I'll start off with BTC on the short-term time frame. If I just share my screen so everyone can see it, and then we can basically get an update on how boring Bitcoin's been today. It's been terrible. It's been absolutely terrible. Okay. So yeah, starting off with Bitcoin here on the hourly time frame, guys. Remember the last time that we spoke on my channel, I was talking about this falling parallel channel here and the potential for a lovely trade, for a lovely breakup. It was looking pretty goddamn good. What do you know? We got the perfect candle body close that we were looking for above all major moving averages here. Yes, on a level of resistance, but you can see momentum we got straight after that. It was perfect. And you can see the completion of the measure move here. Really, really, really nice indeed. So I just wanted to touch on that because if you were involved with that, you'd have made around a 1.73% on a spot position. So you're just going to get rid of that for now. And let's jump down to what we're seeing at this current point in time. The measure move down from that falling parallel channel as well was something along the lines of this. And we did actually see this nearly play out. We actually got bounced on the Fibonacci retracement here of the 0.236, right? And that was acting as pretty heavy level of support. And that's why we are seeing what we're seeing now in terms of an ascending triangle, okay? So let me get rid of this measure movement so people don't confuse it for a trend line. But this is sort of what I've been looking at today for Bitcoin on the hourly. We did set lows. We did set a higher low, but and then also we did have this horizontal. We did actually see a very, very nice break to the upside here. For me, wasn't quite clean enough for a trade just because price action channel there as well. We know we usually bounce off that after a significant move. So you can see the measure move that we would have really been looking for would have been something along the lines of this, and it would have been bring us to the price around 23,613 from 23,518, not really worth my time unless I'm leverage junking the absolute hell out of it, right? So yeah, not really getting involved with that. Waiting for a nicer trade, right? With a lot more confluences coming into place to show the direction of where we're going. But in terms of reflection of what we've seen today, just a higher low and just pretty boring price action ranging literally between a couple of $100 or so. So fingers crossed we see some nice price action on the stream today throughout the trade-off. That'd be very good indeed. But having this scenario play out when we're seeing Bitcoin basically flatline today, not that much going on, this basically means a lot of the altcoins may be moving on their own a bit, right? So that means we might actually get some nice little pumps to the upside and the downside for some altcoins as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how that does play out. And also, guys, if you do have some altcoins, requesting, if you want to request some altcoins for us to trade off against each other, smash them in the chat now. We will do them. We'll trade them for you live. Not for you, but obviously we're not financial advisors. You know the score here. But yeah, in terms of BTC update, let's get back to that. We've claimed the 10 simple on the hourly. We're above the 21 EMA there as well. It's going to be quite interesting to see how we actually hold this in terms of level of support, because we were just talking about this horizontal as well. If we can bang this up, price target, continuation of the trend would be around that 23,560 where we did tap earlier. In terms of current trend, guys, we are still in this micro downtrend. We are still setting lows. We are actually breaking market structure in terms of higher lows here. We did smash through these 200 EMA and SMA coming through in terms of the trend. So yeah, it's still looking fairly bearish on the micro, but on the macro, definitely still a little bit bearish in the bear market, but in a nice little uptrend, if I may say. In terms of volume, what we're seeing today, as I said, boring, nothing. It's been horrendous. So yeah, if we do see trending volume coming down like this, likelihood of a breakout in terms of a price is getting more likely. So that's something to be looking out for there as well. Just want to talk about where we're at on not that RSI, more the midterm time frame actually. Let me jump to the midterm time frame quickly, guys, because we've got some quite interesting stuff happening there. Because you can see this rising wedge chart pattern, which we were talking about. I think last week we were talking about this one, Hammy, and the potential for a breakdown for that. We're literally on the cusp of breaking down on the longer term time frame. Currently breaking down on the midterm here. Measure move coming down like so. I know Hammy's got it slightly different on his chart. But the real thing I want to talk about here is going to move my Fibonacci all over the place. The thing I want to talk about here is going to be this point of control if we do see a pump, right? Where that went. Yeah, the point of control, if we do see that pump from the VPVR, that is going to be sat around 23,950, right? If we can get above 23,500 and stay there in the next 13 minutes until the 4-hour candle closes, I would expect a bit of a move up, okay? I would expect a bit of a pump, and this would basically mean the support from the 200 EMA coming through from here is actually holding out. You can see the momentum that we do have here. It can be quite nice. So that's definitely something to be looking out for there. And as well, we do have a pretty big, juicy bullish divergence as well to be looking out for there. This has been playing out pretty much all day. So we are going to see if we do see quite a big pump from this. And as it is on the 4-hour time frame, use your words, as it is on the 4-hour time frame, we can actually see quite a lot of momentum to the upside from this. Okay, it's not going to be what we have seen today. It's going to be pretty big if we are going to see it. Okay. So yeah, that's what I would say about Bitcoin just in general. Let's talk about the directional movement index very quickly. You guys know, the CC gang know I love this. The ADX is filthy. This determines how strong the trend is. It's right down at 12. Okay, so basically, momentum is dying out from that massive trend that we are seeing here on the daily time frame here. Momentum is dying out. We're still breaking highs, but we're getting ever so close coming down to higher lows in terms of market structure. So these are very, very key things to be looking out for there. And with the DMI, with the ADX coming down this low, it doesn't show good sign of trend continuation. Okay. Do you want to touch on the longer term time frame, Hammy, on the macro?
I can do indeed. I did just want to show you guys a slightly opposing view, a similar view on the 4-hour on my chart as well. So let me just bring that up, and then we will dive straight in to the daily, as well as a little bit of on-chain as well. We'll check up on hash ribbons and that kind of stuff and what I think is going to come through here. So let's just get that on the screen right here, right now. Beautiful stuff. If it's going to work, hello, sir. Thank you. I have marketing proposal, sir. Let's get into this chart right now. We can see BTC USD coming through, and yeah, I've got a trap zone drawn basically on this wick here, right? And that's going to obviously act as potential support here if that does come into fruition, if we do want to hit that, right? If you did watch my video this morning, essentially what I was talking about was, yes, we are in the midst of a potential breakdown, but I don't want to be too aggressive with this one just yet. My plan hasn't changed at all here on the 4-hour. I was expecting a bounce around this zone. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm not obviously longing on this bounce. It doesn't make sense, right? So what I'm going to be doing here is expecting a retest of this trend line here. If I can just zoom in on this, now you've got the pattern in your head, right? I'm going to basically look for a test of this trend line at some point. And that's basically what I'm looking for today, right? A little bit more of an uptrend, filling the gap between the 21 EMA and the 10 SMA. But, you know, this can go either way right now as well. It wouldn't surprise me if this just turns into a wick and just bangs it down as well. So it could be an interesting day. We could have very mixed results out here because this is like literally on a cliff's edge. So it could literally walk the other way or jump straight off. We do not know right now. But what I can say is, yes, coming up, the trade I'm looking for, not today, but over the next few days or so, or next week potentially would be basically as we lose this low over a few candles coming into next week. And yeah, basically looking for that measure move down, similar to what you're doing, Chester. Looking for that measure move down, most recent wave inside the pattern, bringing that outside the pattern and saying, hey, yes, we've lost an important low. I'm going to be looking for that short there. And then with that short, obviously I want to lose the 200 SMA, 200 EMA on the 4 hour, bring that down, take profit at this pivot here, take profit at this pivot here, and then looking to close that trade out around there with the 4%. But it could go anyway here as well, right? If we do, for example, do something like this over the weekend, then I mean, hey, I'll be looking at that low coming into next week as well for the entry. So yes, it's an interesting time here for sure. Let's jump into the daily. I'm just checking I'm on the right tab. That would have been awkward. But yeah, we can see here that the daily is doing something fairly similar. This pattern's actually, I'm going to bring up a different chart actually, so you guys can see my daily chart instead. So let's just do that. Beautiful stuff. I don't know if yeah, view tab. There we go. Beautiful stuff. So you can see this is a little bit different. We've had this this tighter wedge coming through, and we've actually brought that down to the price action channel to a very, very forestry area of moving averages coming through. So if we do want to come down here, yes, it is plausible, but the longer term trades here for the daily would be losing this low or this area more prominently as well, right? So this was actually a trap, so I would put less value on that, but this actual candle bottom low would be fantastic, right? This local low at 22.6. If we lose that coming into next week, it's going to be beautiful, and I'll be looking for a beautiful short down, basically taking profit at any of these areas as well. So from 22.6 down to 21.6 would be a fantastic trade, and then basically holding that, keeping that going down to 21.2 as well if it does want to come into fruition towards the downside. One thing I will say though, guys, is there isn't actually a measure move that contributes to this. This will be purely reaction-based, momentum-based trading coming through if this does come into fruition. But what I can say here is it will be fairly tradable. And again, my 1 hour strategy as well coming through will be very, very prominent in that. So that's cool. That's the daily. If we want to bring up hash ribbons real quick, we can see, yes, the raw hash rate is down at the moment, which isn't fantastic. But those moving averages are getting a bit closer together. And what do we know from this? I don't want to sound like a broken record here because I say this every week, but let's just quickly breeze through this. When these moving averages of raw hash rate cross towards the upside, it means that miners are turning on. There's more power going into mining Bitcoin. Therefore, if you think of it like a business, and we're businessmen ourselves, right? If you think of it like a business, if a business is scaling and there's more things going into it, right, then its natural value will increase typically anyway. So this is essentially what that means and why it's important. Okay, so yes, when these cross towards the upside, it's typically one of the best signals, and completely free on TradingView, by the way, right? Completely free, the best signals to find profit in Bitcoin in these markets. So yes, do not avoid this if we do get across towards the upside, because it's going to be a great indication that we are entering a bit more of a macro bullish area, right? Is this sharing? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much that. Are you good to spin a wheel, pick a coin? What's good here? What are we doing?
I'm good to go for a trade, but I do just want to say here on the macro time frame here for Bitcoin. I'm not going to share my screen, guys, because I'm sure you have it on yours anyway in your TA. But we have what we're seeing now, the pullback on the macro, this current higher low, which we're currently trying to set. This is a pure rejection off one of a very, very key Fibonacci retracement area, the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement area, and we are losing that drastically. Okay, so I just want to emphasize that as well. This is why we are seeing this pullback. We are currently in that uptrend, but we're seeing this pullback coming down because of the Fibonacci retracement. Now, as Hammy just said there, with the 22,600 area, if we lose that, that's going to be breaking market structure. Okay, that's going to be breaking market structure, and that's going to be confirmation that we are going to be heading down again. Just to reiterate what Hammy was saying there in terms of that short position that he was on about. But yeah, in terms of the trade-off, let's go. I'm ready for it. Let's go. I'm pretty excited for this as well.
All righty. Do we have coins? We got some coins here. We good? We good on the coin front?
I mean, I can see Ethereum versus Bitcoin from LR in the chat. I'm happy to do that. Are you happy to do that?
I mean, we could. The issue is Bitcoin isn't going to... these two assets aren't really going to move as much as altcoins, right? So it could be a trade that lasts the whole stream or whatever, right? So, I mean, we could do it. There's Reef on there. That's pretty much it. No one else put any coins in there. I mean, we could pick one as well. So, I mean, should we do Ethereum versus Bitcoin? But we won't make it the 1% rule. We usually have a 1% rule where you need a 1% profit to close the trade manually. But in this case, because Bitcoin isn't going to be moving so much, we'll just go with, I don't know, free hand close or whatever.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm up for a free hand. We'll just literally take away the 1% rule, and then
do like 0.3. 0.3 makes sense.
Yeah, 0.3. That sounds good. Okay, and after that we will do some more requests. I see them coming in the chat very quickly. Actually, we got Ape, we got Dot versus Link as well. So we'll do Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and then we'll get onto those other altcoins for round 2 and 3 coming through there. So yeah, would you like to do Ethereum or Bitcoin, Hammy?
I will take Bitcoin.
Sounds good to me. I'm happy with a bit of ETH. Love a bit of Ethereum, me.
Alrighty, let's jump in and spin these bad boys. Here we go. Hopefully all is good. Let's do it.
Oh,
7 minutes on the clock. I've done this completely the wrong way around. Let's try that again. Leveraged used 6x. 7 minutes on the clock and 25% of our stack. Pretty beefy one. Pretty nice one. All right, so yeah, let's get this going. I mean, we did just do TA. Did you want to do some TA on Ethereum? And we'll get this going.
Yeah, I can do some TA on Ethereum. Yeah,
all right,
let's
do the clock first. Hang on.
Yeah, that sounds good. Right, yeah, I'll get my Ethereum chart up now. Just setting up on.
What is it? 7 minutes.
Finance quickly. Yeah, 7 minutes, 6x, and 25% equity. So not a small trade here, guys. Not going to be small. 25% of our equity, and you know how safe we usually trade. We trade 5% of our stack, right, to be safe, to be not emotionally attached to that position so much. And if we do lose, we won't be chasing those losses, right? So so to trade 25% of your stack is absolutely degenerate as hell. Just to reiterate, do not copy anything we're doing on this stream. This is completely degen gambling. Okay, so yeah, I'm up. I'm pretty much set up. I'll be sharing my screen now to start off with Ethereum.
Yeah, are you ready? Are you ready to start the clock?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Siri's speaking to me again. Ready to start the clock when you are.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's trade.
Trade off. Yeah, so as you can see, guys, coming through on the 1 hour for Ethereum right away. We do have quite a big macro trend line, I think, just coming through, something along the lines of that. Yeah, we do have quite a big macro trend line for a rising wedge scenario coming through. So there is a breakdown scenario here for Ethereum. And to be honest with you, it has been trending up pretty nicely, I would say, considering market conditions and stuff like that. It's been trading up really quite nicely. We have seen some pretty significant percentages, but with that being said, rising wedge usually breaks to the downside. So this is something that we're not going to be overlooking here. This pullback coming through, probably due to Bitcoin bouncing off the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement there, as just discussed. But this is going to be the measure move down that we can be looking for the macro. Jumping through to the micro for Ethereum, I'm going to be starting off on the hourly and see what we're working with here. Same sort of chart pattern as Bitcoin here. I would just say straight away, we do have ascending triangle scenario. Okay, ascending triangles, they tend to usually break to the upside. So with 7 minutes on the clock, if I can get a nice candle body close up to this area above the 200 EMA and above the 55 in the next 2.5 minutes, then yeah, I would be inclined to actually go long here and go for a little bit of up to a pivot point that we do have plotted in around 1,880 there. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be looking for there just off the bat. If I don't get that and I just get a stalemate, then it's going to be a pretty horrific position, I must say. It's going to be pretty bad. Not really looking forward to this. And as I said before, it is degenerate gambling. But yeah, in terms of the RSI, what we're looking at here, we are seeing a low being set and high lows being set continuously as well. So this is technically bullish on the micro, but as I said, it's just such a flat market today, and that's what we were saying about doing Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's pretty bad. So if I am going to be going on just the general gist of Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, I'm probably just going to end up going for this break of this long, right? Because we are in this micro uptrend. We are setting higher lows. We are trying to break highs here in terms of this horizontal. So I probably would just be going long and then putting my stop loss at the previous market structure, right? Not the greatest scenario in the world, but hey, we work with what we've got. Going to be jumping down to the 5 minute time frame and see what we're working with there. As you can see, Yeah, probably the same sort of thing, right? We do have some sort of trend line coming through like so, and then yeah, we do have the horizontal at the top side. So yeah, same sort of ascending triangle chart pattern. Let's look at candlesticks coming through. We are pretty much engulfing the hell out of that bearish candle there. So it is another bullish sign as well. So yeah, that's probably what I would say about Ethereum right now. Probably would just be looking to generate long this and then using all these major moving averages below me as a very, very strong stop loss there. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be thinking about Ethereum there. Let's look at the MACD quickly. Still an uptrend, nowhere near a bearish crossover there, above major moving averages as well. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. Okay, not looking too bad. As I said, ideally, I do want to see a break of this trend pattern coming to the upside. I see the timer was off, but it's back up now. But yeah, so as you can see, we've only got 17 minutes left of this current pump. Let's jump down to the 1 minute chart and see what we're working with here, and see, yeah, we are getting a bit of a retracement coming through. Little doji start at the top side as well, so that shows uncertainty in what the asset right now in terms of the price. So yeah, there's probably just a big buy order being filled here, and then pumping Ethereum. But we do have volume weighted ATR band there as well, so that's another thing that I would say that's obviously not great for me in terms of getting rejected off. So that's not ideal, but yeah, probably what I would be looking for here is going to be that long here. Just looking at that general chart pattern here, in terms of that ascending triangle there. What have you got over there, Hammy? Are you ready to showcase a bit of Bitcoin? I know we just did it, but yeah, it would be obviously the really micro time frames, right? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I forgot to unmute my mic. It's all good. We're good. We're good here. All right, so let's jump in to Bitcoin on a 15-minute right now. We got 3 minutes left on the clock. Let's see how we do here. So just off the bat, let's talk about the bigger patterns here. Yeah, obviously we've got that 4-hour huge pattern in the trap zone. Does look a bit more bullish here the more we zoom in. So yeah, what I'll say here is yes, there are multiple patterns to talk about. We've got this ascending triangle structure that's forming, the one on the outside here, right? And then we have this beautiful little wedge that's formed as well. So what am I expecting right now? This is an interesting one for sure, because this could easily continue the pump. And as this was pumping, I was very, very tempted to actually just get in along here as we got over this, but decided against it, decided to let the timer do its thing. Could end up being the downfall here as we do hit this resistance, but I don't really like just banging in along here. Let's just see what the volume's doing as well. Volume moving averages. Oh, that's not. There we go. Volume moving averages actually, yeah, just testing the moving averages here. So after a wave up as well, this is quite likely to go sideways in this area, I'd say. So yeah, what I'm going to think about here is possibly a move down. Hopefully there's enough leverage and things where I can actually make a profit here. So what we're talking 6x, we're talking 0.18 times 6 should be enough for me to find a decent trade here, but this does look more and more bullish the more this goes on, so we'll see how this goes, but that's basically what I'm thinking right now, right? So we've got this wedge structure. If we are just going to look for the measure move, and again guys, this is super low time frames, this is so unlikely to play out, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, if this does want to come down and break towards the downside as well, we can say, hey, yeah, there's a measure move down to 23.4, okay, or the measure move up here. If this does want to break towards the upside, it's going to be a tricky one because of this wick here. Typically I'd draw like a trap zone and then look for that, and then you could argue, yes, but we've got this giant ascending triangle as well. What about that trap zone? And the issue with that is, yes, there is a trap zone there as well, and it's in a similar spot. So I would probably lean more towards the downside here, but in this last minute, it's basically going to be 50-50 as we test this. This could easily just absolutely obliterate towards the downside quite easily. Let's just see the momentum here, see what's going on here. The average distance between moving averages, as we've got 46 seconds left on the clock here. It's going to be $75 of our stack. So okay, we've actually got a decent little pattern here as well with the distances between moving averages. So what I'm going to say here is probably up as we've got 30 seconds left. Let's see. We've also this is an interesting one as well. What about a 5 minute here? Let's see what the 5 minutes looking like in terms of this. Okay, yeah, actually no, I think I'm leaning more towards a short here, to be honest. So yeah, 16 seconds left on the clock. Let's just head over to that. Hello, Bybit. Hello, cool. So yeah, we got 6x here up there. We got 75, which is 25% of our stack, and then I'm going to be looking for a market short. Boom, there we go. Beautiful stuff. Let's see how that goes. I'm just going to go for a take profit here. Let me just see where we're looking at here for the 15-minute. Very risky one to be actually shorting into a pump here, but I mean, hey, there's enough resistance here for me to say yes, a curl over here at least down to at least this wick here, right? Makes sense to me. So 23.5. We'll see if that's enough for us to actually make some money here, right? It's going to be close. So 23. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Just sounds coming out everywhere. 23.5, I believe that was. Let me just double check. Just double check that. I might even go down for this moving average, but yeah, we'll have a look at that. Yeah, so 23, exactly 23,500 there. 23,500. We'll go 501 just to keep it safe. So yeah, the profit there would be 0.6, which is double what we need. But I'm going for the big guns here. I'm going for the long game. So we're going to confirm that first of all, and then yeah, just show you guys what's happened here. Right, we've got in the short. We are underwater currently, and now we're looking for, yeah, I need to set this stop loss for sure. Need to set this stop loss for sure. The stop loss is going to be, oh no, this is continuing to pump. This is not good. I'm going to put it up here. Actually, I'll just put it up here. So yeah, 23,565, and this is an awful risk-reward trade. Don't get me wrong, guys. This is a spur of the moment. 23,565.
I'm nearly at 1%.
You're in profit?
Nearly at 1%, 0.94% on Bybit here. So yeah, I ended up longing Ethereum. Yeah, that's 1%. Take profit here. Good stuff. Good stuff. If I jump to my chart and just show what was going on there. Share now. Ethereum. Here we go. Yeah, so as you can see here, guys, straight away, I was thinking, I actually worked it out. The 6x would have actually been 1% here because the move was looking at around 0.29. So I wasn't actually planning on that breakout of that ascending triangle that we were just talking about. I didn't need to. It was absolutely fine. I could have made the money, the 1% that we were going for before that happened. So so I literally just went straight in for that horizontal, got in on this candle body close here, well, near enough, and and literally just banged it up from there and literally smashed my take profits. That, yeah, that's 1% made for me. I'm not sure how your trade's going, Hammy, so far. Is bad?
Terribly. Awful. I wanted to stop. Go down.
Is that gonna be a 1-0? Is that gonna be a 1?
It will be a 1-0. Oh no, it's getting worse. It's getting worse here. Yeah, it's gonna be a 1-0 if we go up like another $10. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay. But, and yeah, guys, if you are liking the content, make sure you're smashing a like on the stream. Does help us out tremendously. I see 10 of you watching, and we're up at 8 likes. Amazing stuff. And also, if you've got some altcoin requests, make sure you request them in the chat. Next up on the list, we're going to be doing ape.link, AVAX or Solana. Okay, interesting stuff there. Did you want to just move straight into the next round, Hammy? Are you up for that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay, I'll get this wheel going. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's your pick, right? What do you wanna trade?
I don't want to do ape. Sorry, Matt. Yeah, I really don't like ape. But yeah, I'd be up for doing a bit of dot or link. Unless you want to do ape, and then we can do ape versus dot or link, and then after that we can do Solana versus AVAX.
Yeah, I'll go in blind with ape. Why not? Could be awful, but it's got a lot of volatility, so hopefully I can just squeeze a win out here. Squeeze a win. I don't know if I've been stopped out either. Let's just check that really quick. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so we were so close. Look at this. We're so close to that stop loss. Hopefully we can reverse here, get a little win. But yeah, behind on the percentages anyway. I might just drag this down if it looks bad. I might just drag it down. Get the percentage win.
I'm seeing pretty strong resistance on my chart now, actually, on Ethereum, right? From where my take profit was. And it's literally just banging it down from there, like just only a couple bucks, but that's kind of what we're aiming for here, like not huge percentages. So maybe you might actually get, oh, it actually doesn't look great on your chart, just looking over it. It's pretty horrific for Bitcoin, but yeah, maybe you see a reversal after those 3 pretty significant bullish candles there. And you haven't actually broke the high as well. So that's good news for you. So yeah, hopefully you can come down. But yeah, we can leave that running. I'm gonna pick dot. I haven't looked at the chart yet, but I'm gonna pick dot for the next spin. So it's ape versus dot, right?
Yes, sir. Ape versus dot. Let's spin these bad boys. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I want that 50%. I want 5 minutes, and I want 30x.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. Spin that bad boy. Here we go. We got 9x, 10 minutes, and 25%. Still a pretty beefy trade. We take those. And yeah, let's just get this timer started. And I believe it's my turn, right? To to begin. So cool. You good over there?
Yeah, sorry, I just I've got one of those the gaming mouses and they've got buttons all over it and I keep accidentally clicking it, so it takes me back a whole tab that I was just very annoying. But yeah, we're back now. 10 minutes on the clock. Right, let me get my timer up and let's get that going. Yeah, I'm ready when you are if you want to do the countdown.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's trade. All right, cool.
Round 2.
Cool. Round 2. Hey. I don't know. No one replied if they could hear these. I still have them. I'll put them on the screen now. Round 2. Fight. Fights. But I don't know if that came through. Who knows? Anyway, let's jump in. I will start off here with what is it? Ape. Dirty Ape. Let's have a look. What are we on? Okay, did we get stopped out of this? No, we're actually in profit now. Huge win. Huge win. Look at this. All right, let's go back to Ape here.
You got to break 1.1% for the win.
Oh God, bring it down, lads. Bring it down. If I look at parallels, actually, it's not actually a bad shout. We got this pivot over here. Anyway, this is the wrong coin. Let's go over to Ape here and see what is good. Wow. Okay, this thing is just disgusting. Look at this thing. Okay, right. Now, it's actually done pretty well here. Again, this is a 15-minute. I want to start off here with a 4-hour. Just take a look how it's doing compared to the rest of the market. Okay, so we are at a pretty crucial resistance here. We drew this in last time saying, hey, yes, there is a potential measure move here. I'm actually going to draw a trap zone in here as well. Can you guys see this? Yeah, cool. Nice, cool. Let me know how you're doing in the chat as well, guys. Let me know if you are long or short on Bitcoin. We actually broke the trap zone here, so interesting stuff. These are a little bit less valid on altcoins, I will admit, so we could still head up here for sure. Lots of more traps in the altcoin space, of course, but that doesn't take away the fact here that, and this will be a bit more of an in-depth analysis because we do have 10 minutes on this one, right? So I want to keep you informed and actually give you guys some decent amount of value as well as the DJing gabbling here as well. So yeah, we can see here that yes, we have broken pretty significant trend lines, pretty significant downtrend, right? But what's above us right now? We've got the price action channel, right, curling over. We've got the 200 EMA here on the 4-hour, right, and then we've got the 55 EMA and the 200 SMA as well coming through. So what would I expect to happen here, even in a bullish uptrend? What would be my guess coming through with this? And it will be different with each altcoin. So I do just want to double check this before I say it out loud. Yeah, no, I'd probably go with that. So what I'm expecting here potentially is to find a short. Obviously, this depends what Bitcoin does, as I do believe I've been stopped out at this point. Have I? Are we good? Oh no, we're still pretty close to the stop out. But yeah, well, we'll see what's good there in a minute. But yeah, what I'd expect here generally, just to get to the point, is this, right? Something along the lines of this, and maybe a wick up here and coming down on a 4-hour. Again, we're going to be trading a much lower time frame, but typically what I'd expect here is to come down and retest this 10 SMA, as we didn't really test it, and we've had a lot of green candles so far. So what I'd expect is probably a down wave pretty soon. But again, if Bitcoin wants to lead us all up to the moon, then this will be no different, and this will just grind through these as well. So I would expect for sure lots of volatility in this area, but ultimately, yes, I would expect to come down, test this 10 SMA at some point over the next day or so. Right, let's bring it down to the hourly here, as we do have a minute and 2 minutes left here. So yeah, if we are looking at this, okay, looking interesting. Not much volatility here actually on the hourly, but yeah, I mean, we're potentially about to break over this, so maybe we do just come up and test this 200 here and see what's good. This is actually another very crucial time because we could easily just wick up and trap here and come down. So yeah, just be careful out there if you are trading this. As well as that, I'm on the right chart, right? Is that the right chart? Yeah, okay, cool. As well as that, we've got, oh, okay, so we got the volume weighted ATR band here, which I would expect to have a pretty significant reaction on. So by the end of this, let me just get this up. Yeah, so by the end of this the 6 minutes, if we've hit this, I'm probably going to go for a short. This is going to be the ultimate thing here, right? If we hit this, I'm probably going to go for a short. As well as that, we've got nice pivots around this area as well. So if this does want to come up and just bang up here, if we hit this, I'll probably go for a short. If it looks like it's going to come down, I'll find the short here and look for 637. But yeah, everything is just banging it towards the moon right now. So yeah, just this is pretty pretty bad time for me to be finding shorts as well. But I would still expect that, just looking at this and just looking at this in the past as well. When we do get close to this, there are often strong reactions, as you can see, right? So yeah, I'm probably going to stand by that on the 15-minute, maybe a little reaction towards the downside after hitting it, maybe even after this. And we're so far away from this 10 SMA. Sorry, this what is this? What is this? What is this? 7 SMA here coming through, and this is obviously the WOD machine. You can customize it. That's why. So I'll just check in on that here on the bar. But yeah, I mean, I would expect a pullback here, coming back to the 7 SMA here, basically around this area 634, 635. But I would like to finish this 6 minutes or this 5 minutes left around this area, and then look for that dump down and almost like blindly go into it, right? What else can we see here? The 5 minute, the last checkpoint. Okay, this is going to be interesting as well, because we've tested this volume weighted ATR band and we're now above it. I would still expect this to come back down actually and test this. So yeah, that's all I'm saying there. Chester, I believe I've run into your time slot. What is good on your side?
I'm good. I'm here doing TA, you know. Just bringing up the dot chart for you guys to see, because we are doing obviously 8 versus dot. Some really quite interesting things on the chart, actually. How long have we got on the timer left? What, like 5 minutes? 4.5 minutes. Okay. So yeah, just going to smash through straight away. Just going to be starting on the macro time frame here, guys, because we do have obviously that massive falling wedge that we were talking about here on the daily quite a long time ago now, back in July. Measure move coming up from that. Very, very nice percentages made on dot in the past there. Really, really good stuff. From there, uptrend coming through, continuation looking pretty nice. What are we seeing now? Jump down to the 4 hour, we're seeing a falling wedge chart pattern. Falling wedge chart pattern, guys, they tend to usually break to the upside. Now, we have had the bounce on the 200 EMA as well, so that is technically bullish momentum. So that makes me want to drop down another time frame. We'll go on the hourly. We'll go on the hourly for now, because we are testing the 21 EMA as well. You can see the gap between the 21 EMA and the price action channel looking pretty good for space for that move, okay? Jump down to the 15-minute time frame. This is sort of what I'm looking for a potential position here, just to degenerately get in. Okay, so you can see we've got an ascending triangle using this gray box, this box area as resistance at this time. If we do see a nice candle body close here, I mean, as I said, I got like 4 minutes, so it's not going to look that great. And we were just about to see a long leg doji from that candle body close. It's actually seeing the bearish momentum is continuing here. So it is looking fairly bearish right now, but as you can see, we are on this very crucial level of support. It's looking pretty horrific here for even a small move. So what I probably would be doing here, I'd be looking at the moving averages here on the longer term time frame and say, look, if we lose the 10 SMA here, we're going to be looking for a short down. We're below all major moving averages in general here. It is going to be a breakout of a chart pattern on the 15-minute as well. We are going to be losing all major moving averages on the 15-minute as well. So yeah, at the moment, if we get above here, I would be looking for a nice long up to the 200 EMA. If we don't, I'm going to be looking for a short here. If we're sat in the middle, then it's completely pot luck. It's completely pot luck. Another thing that I do want to say here, guys, we do have a bearish divergence as well, which is potentially helping us get that bearish momentum coming through. I think I saw another long leg doji on the 5-minute as well. No, near enough, nearly got that. It was nearly a double long-legged doji on the 15-minute and the 5-minute, which obviously shows extreme uncertainty in which way the price is going to be going. So right now, I'm going to be looking at market structure, higher lows being formed. This is obviously if I don't get a breakout scenario that I'm looking for there. As you say, 2.5 minutes left, just about. Well, no, 2 minutes. What's happening? It's a monsoon. We're having a monsoon here in Thailand. Crazy stuff. Okay, just like, what is going on? But yeah, so as you can see, if I don't have a choice and we don't get that breakout, I would be looking just to be going on market structure, and that would unfortunately be probably a small long. Okay, considering it is a 9x trade, I could probably make 1% fairly quickly on the equity that we're offering. Okay. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be looking out for there if we don't get that candle body close that I'm looking for. Let me jump down to the 1 minute and see what we're working with here. You can see it's not looking that great on the 1 minute. We have had that pullback, and also you can see, look at that, horrific candles to the downside as well. Still respecting the 200 EMA.
Hang on a second. Yeah. What was the percentage you got on your Ethereum trade?
1.1.
1.14. I'm taking the win. Let's go. Market close.
Dead. Damn it. So you're 1-0 up then. Damn. I thought I had that in the bag, man. Yeah, 1 minute left on the chart there for what we're working with here. So yeah, as I said, I'm probably just going to go with market structure. Probably going to be quite wide here in terms of stop loss. We'll probably be below on that breakdown below all major moving averages as well. So I probably would be looking for a long here for dot. Yeah, a long here for dot, and we are seeing a couple of doji star candles coming through on the 3-minute as well. So yeah, hopefully this is the sign of a reversal and the sign of a higher low coming through. That rain is just next level. So yeah, not looking too shabby there. Let's have a little look at the timer. 28 seconds left on the clock there. Let's jump over to Bybit here, and let's see what we're working with here. As you can see on my last trade, I made literally 34 cents. Pretty horrific, but yeah, it was the low equity, right, and low leverage. So yeah, that's what we're working with there. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go for a long here, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna bang that in 25%, 9x. That's correct, right? 25%, 9x. Opening that long there. Hopefully that's gonna go well. Is that really low? What's happening here? Something's definitely wrong here. Yeah. Completely messed that up. It did not update on Bybit, so yeah, I'm gonna have to market close that. Not gonna count that. Not counting that. Okay. Open long. Here we go. Now we know the equity is a lot more higher now, $75. So yeah, let's jump back over to dot and see what entry price we did get there. 8.48. Okay, 8.48 still on that on the chart here. So yeah, ideally for a take profit, probably would be looking at something in this area, because you can see the resistance that we have seen multiple times here. As I said, I didn't get the breakout, going purely on market structure here. So yeah, probably take profit up around, I mean, 850. What would the percentages be for 850? Let's have a little look at that. $8.50, yeah, $8.50. Is that going to be anything significant? Yeah, it's going to be 2% actually. So I'm going to be banging that in as my take profit. That seems quite achievable, quite easy to hit there. And you can see, actually, I'm probably going to go 849 here just to get that 1%. And you can see sometimes when you do see a price up here, like a test like this, guys, in terms of a horizontal, sometimes the whales won't throw it up that high, right? They'll literally crash it before we get there, just so everyone doesn't hit their take profits, etc., etc. So I'm going to be going back to Bybit, which I never went back on. Okay, so it's gonna be 8.49. 8.49 is gonna be my take profit, and that's gonna be 1% on near enough on the dot. So yeah, ideally, is that what? There we go, bangs it. Take profit here, 1% in the bag. Come on, bro. What are you saying?
I think I'm about to lose. We can see, let me just bring up my chart real quick and show you the position I'm in. I am still expecting that downtrend. I've got my stop loss pretty high. It's a pretty high risk one, but we'll see how it goes. Let me just show you what is good here. So again, what I was looking at here was essentially this 15-minute bad boy, right? So this 15-minute volume-weighted ATR band, as well as an area of pretty supreme resistance as well, right? So what I'm going to be expecting here potentially is two things: a pullback, right? A pullback to this area here, right? Which is generally, let me just make sure everything's good here, right? Yeah, so generally, we can see here, moving average, the most recent high here on the 15 minutes. So ideally, we can come down and hit this. And yeah, I've got basically a take profit down there, as well, as you can see on the Bybits as well. And one of the reasons I've done this as well is basically because I mean, the last wave we had 3 candles down. This wave I'd expect 3 candles down, but hopefully we can get this as a red candle. If it's a green candle, very bad, not looking good, and it would look a lot more like we're going to get stopped out here. But we'll see how this goes. And this is actually the last trade we did is a great example, because a great example of how you can make money trading, right? We had different stop losses, different take profits, and we were in opposite positions, right? I believe Chester was long, I was short, and we both hit our take profits, and we both made 1% there. I was looking for the pullback. He was looking for the continuation of the trend. The trend continued. He hit his take profit. We got the pullback. I hit my take profit. So it's just a great example of how you can trade if you know what you're doing, in a sense, right? But we'll see if I know what I'm doing on this one. Ape is famously like just crappy as hell, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, ideally we don't get over this area. I believe my stop loss is what's my stop loss? 6.452. So yeah, 6.452. 6.452. So yeah, just above everything here. Ideally, we don't just wick into it. I think there's enough here for us to, even if we do come up, for us to actually slam down. But the problem here, if this does happen, and this is green now, which is not a good sign, but if that does happen, yeah, I mean, hopefully we can come down and then get that wave down, as we've seen so many times before with these volume-weighted ATR bands. We love to bounce off them when we hit them, particularly towards the upside in a bear market as well, right? So you can see this is basically an example of what I'm looking for. Ideally, not the wick through, but yeah, we can see. Actually, I might even move my stop loss higher. The thing is that the risk is so off right now that I really don't want to, but I may have to. We'll see how it goes. I think I'll leave it just for now, and we can get on to the next trade. Do we have any more coins in the chat? I think this is this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a very close one, actually.
I just want to share my dot chart quickly because I want to show everyone what actually happened there in the position I was going for. I was going for the market continuation just in general, right? The market continuation, the trend continuation just in general. And you can see we were obviously over at Bybit when it happened. You can see how much it actually smashed to the upside. I mean, that is just perfect. I was actually looking for a potential candle body close above this zone as well. And then we could have actually had this breakout scenario coming through. You can see how quickly we're actually having this sell off. Very interesting stuff indeed. But yeah, I'm happy with that 1% take profit hit. Pretty good stuff. I mean, and that's just a fine example. Usually, like on a day-to-day, day trading wise, that would not have been a very good position, right? It was too high risk. It's still in a chart pattern. There's literally degenerate gambling just going with the trend there. So that is purely luck. Okay, that's purely luck. But yeah, obviously I didn't have a choice, right? So yeah, interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm happy to go with round two. I think we had round three. I think we had some coins already requested. I think it was AVAX versus Solana, or AVAX versus Link, or AVAX versus Sol. I mean, Dot is just banging it right now. Interesting stuff. But yeah, what do you want to do, Hammy? Do you want to do Link, AVAX, or Solana?
Who was first? Who said it first? It was Dot versus Link, right? Oh no,
Link's first
AVAX.
from here up.
Oh, I see what we've done. Okay, so Link versus AVAX, maybe.
No, we got Dot versus Link, but we did Dot versus Ape. So now we got Link, AVAX, or Solana.
I prefer actually. I think what's better is probably Solana versus Link. But I mean,
I'm happy to do AVAX. I do like AVAX.
All right.
Love
well,
it.
we can both just pick one anyway. So yeah, if you pick AVAX, I will pick oh, close. Solana. We'll go with Solana. Seems to be a buzzword.
Okay. So I'm AVAX, right? Yeah.
Alrighty. I did just want to say as well, what we're doing here, guys, is interesting, right? Because we're having to think about the future, but enter a position anyway. So again, what we're saying is, yes, continuation of the trend. We expect the trend to continue, but also as we hit certain resistances, we're expecting the pullbacks as well. So it's quite an interesting dynamic when we take different positions in different directions, and they both do come in. So yeah, interesting stuff. Good stuff. Sorry about that sound. I don't know how to get rid of it. It's just every time I open this spinner wheel, it goes ding. But yeah, let me share the spinner wheel. We can get this going. So what was it? You're going AVAX versus Solana. Is it AVAX? AVAX?
I've always called it AVAX. I don't know.
Same.
I don't know. Maybe that's our English accent or something like that. But
we made the language. We call it what we want. What we got here. Let's do it. All right. Cool. So nice. Yeah, that was a pretty beefy trade, that last one, actually. I'm glad I closed that position because I got to put more in. So hopefully that 8 trade does come in. But yeah, let's spin the wheel. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think I just I got I'm negative somehow. I think it was the fees. The fees from the leverage made me negative. So I'm down 25 cents, which is
interesting.
Buy bit. Yeah, I'm ready to go again.
All right, sweet. Let's jump into this. I think I'm negative as well. I don't even know. Just another prime example why you shouldn't trade like this. We don't really care. We don't really check about stuff like that, right? Because if it was like, I don't know, 10K or 100K or something, we'd be a bit more like, all right, yeah, this is a different. We're going for the swing or whatever. But we're being forced into trades at a certain time with a certain leverage or whatever, right? So yeah, it's cool. Anyway, spin the wheel. Let's go. Boom.
Yes, sir.
Oh, now the sound's gone from that. Damn. So I can't have okay, 9x, 10 minutes again, and 10% this time. Okay, so a little bit more of a chill one with less volatile assets as well. So let's get these timers ready. Oh, it's already ready. So you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ready.
I'm ready. All right, cool. What should we do? Should we make this? Should we do one more after this?
We're just coming up to an hour, so I'd probably say this is the last one. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm pretty
same.
pretty hungry. As you guys know, we live in Thailand, so it's like a big time difference to where you are watching it from, I
Yeah.
presume. So yeah, we'll make this the last one, but we are back doing updates, doing streams on this channel now, guys. We're here Monday morning, we're here Wednesday morning as well, doing a whole breakdown of Bitcoin and also some altcoin requests, and then of course the Thursday night trade-off. We are still doing our content on our channels, Crypto Chester, Hamilton of Crypto. Still doing daily BTC updates for you guys as well. The continuous content coming through. And we also do have some amazing stuff coming through in the future as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you are liking the content, you know what to do. Smash a sub, baby.
Smash the sub, baby. All right, let's start this timer. You ready?
Oh yes, ready to go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, fight. Let me get the round. What round are we on?
I
3.
thought you were spinning the wheels. I realized you already spun the wheel, but
All right, let me start again. I'll start again. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Start the timer.
yeah, all good. I got it this time. Did you want me to go first?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring up AVAX. I mean, I haven't got it up yet, but yeah, I'll just bring it up now. Just gonna jump to AVAX straight away. Probably haven't done TA on this in a hot minute. In quite a while. Gonna be starting off here on the daily chart here, guys. See what we're working with here. Brain is just really horrific. I'm gonna be starting off here on this uptrend, right? We've got 10 minutes. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes. I got time. So yeah, the low point for this bear market for AVAX right now is currently set down at around $14, I do believe. Yes, it is. And we are seeing a nice bit of a nice uptrend coming through, right? We're seeing high lows being set. We're seeing highs being set continuously. We are seeing a bit of a pullback on a major pivot point, as you can see here on the daily. So not horrific, but at the end of the day, we've still got market structure here on this scale. In terms of the higher low that we're looking for here to break the lowest point, if we are going to see that trend reversal coming into fruition, it is going to be that $19.71. So if you are trading AVAX, please make sure you're looking out for this on the daily. Moving across to the 15-minute to see what we're working with here, I probably would say, obviously this downtrend is looking pretty actually horrific here for AVAX. We have seen a bit of a trickle up today coming through. Yeah, probably today we have seen a bit of a trickle up, like we have seen with quite a few assets. I mean, it's actually looking a bit more bullish than a lot of other assets today. A lot of other assets have been ranging between like Bitcoin a couple of $100, right? So not really that great. So some sort of parallel channel is something that I would be looking for here on the 15-minute. And this basically means it's a rising parallel channel, guys. So these do tend to break down, okay? These do tend to break down. So this is sort of what I'm going to be looking for here. And I've probably got quite a bit of time to make my decision here. That's the breakdown. This is going to be the break up for the measure move there. Just checking my screens on. And that's going to be both sides around 1.5, 1.6%, right? So both very profitable and essentially trading 9x leverage as well here on this position. It's going to be pretty goddamn good if we can get it, okay? Between major moving averages as well, we have just crossed above major moving averages. We have crossed above the price action channel with 2 bullish candles. That usually means continuation of the trend here. Not looking too bad at all. If we do get this break, probably in the next few minutes, I probably will be jumping into this. I think I probably will be jumping in early. And we do have a volume weighted ATR band there, which I'm pretty scared of, because you can see the resistance coming through there. So yeah, it pretty much rules out the long position for me. Gonna be pretty horrific if we do get up there and I do go long. If we can get above it, then we probably will get a move up to this pivot, and that won't be that bad because obviously we're 9x leverage, so the percentages will be there. But ideally, I would like to come up in the next sort of 5-6 minutes or so, bang and hit that volume weighted ATR band, and then basically slam it back down into that chart pattern from there. Because for example, when you see where we hit this volume weighted ATR band, you can see the momentum to the downside that we actually do get from that. It's really quite horrific, and there's plenty of examples from this, plenty of examples, and that's why the WOD machine is essential, okay? And you can see plenty of examples. So yeah, we're basically going to be using that to our advantage here. As I said, if we can get above it, we do sometimes get a nice little trend. So yeah, definitely a few things to be looking out for there. I would say, as I said, ideally in the next few minutes, coming up to there, banging it back down, and then I can get into a nice short position from there. Nice lightning going on outside, crazy stuff. In terms of chart patterns, I mean, that's pretty much summed up there. Parallel channel. We also do have the 3-minute volume weighted ATR coming through as well there. If I don't get any sort of confirmation of a potential position here, I probably will just end up shorting off the volume weighted ATR bands because we know they're quite reactive, and it's probably worth the risk and having my stop loss at this this lower high market structure. Yeah, that's probably what I would be looking for there for AVAX just in general. Let's have a look at the RSI and let's see what we're working with here. I mean, it's playing out pretty nicely actually. If we are going to see this pump continue. See in terms of divergences, yeah, bearish divergence coming through as well. So that is another bearish sign. As you can see, we have a high here, we have a higher high here on the RSI, not quite a high on the RSI from that next move there. So this essentially means we're likely to see bearish momentum playing out there. So I would actually love to go short here on this rejection of this volume weighted ATR band and also that upward sloping resistance line as well. MACD, not great. Okay, we are still in an uptrend. It has fizzled down here in terms of the last few candles here. We are seeing a bit of the trend, the momentum for the trend is slowing down here. So that is another good thing for my potential short there. But yeah, the stars are aligning here for an AVAX short. It will be in pattern. It will be an in pattern trade. So this isn't something that I like to do at all. Obviously, I'm being forced into this position, but yeah, I probably would be looking for that short position coming through there if we are going to see that resistance. Let me look at the 1 minute for a second and see where we, yeah, volume weighted ATR, we're below that again on the 1 minute. So yeah, I'm more inclined for a short position here. And as you can see, the momentum for this uptrend is it's slowing down, right? It's slowing down. So yeah, I would expect a short position is probably looking good for me here. Let me look at the timer, see where we're at. That is 5 minutes gone, Hammy. It's up to you now if you want to take over, and I will sort out my position from there.
It's up to you now. All right, let me update you guys on my 8th position. It's not going great. It's just a spoiler that it's not going great. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but you can see we are in the negs, we are in the negatives, and yeah, hopefully that does turn around, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I'm always up for a challenge here. Hopefully it reverses, but we're on Sol here. We're on Sol, so let's check out Sol and see what's good on that front. I am looking for a short here just off the bat, and there's a few reasons for that, right? One, I'm being forced into a trade, as Chester so nicely said. I'm being forced into a trade here, so I will be looking and guessing what the future may be here, right? So what I'm seeing is a lot of indecisive candles, but contradicting that, it does look like we are beginning some kind of volume wave. So what am I hoping is happening here? I'm hoping it's ideally a smaller wave, or it's one of these traps here coming through as well, something like this as well, right? So we'll see how this goes, but ideally we do come down here and just test this trend line one more time. That's really my plan, assuming everything's all good. Yeah, I think we're all good. So yeah, that's my plan right here. If this does want to come down, that's great. I will leave this for the last second. But yeah, if we bring up to the hourly as well, you can see here that it's just quite a lot of space here for it to come down after such a parabolic wave up. This is quite steep generally. So we've just hit this price action channel. We've just wicked into it. I think it was like up here when I was debating the short. So potentially we should have entered a bit earlier here and we would have already hit a take profit. But what I'm going to say here is, yes, I do think this heads down, but it's a little too early to tell. We've got 3 minutes on the clock. I don't want to rush anything here. We have just closed this 4 hour in the last one, right? Over this 7 SMA, sorry. So yeah, coming down, retesting that is a typical thing for most assets to do. So yeah, I'm actually probably just going to bang in a short right now and just cut to the chase here probably. So yeah, well, I'll give it, I mean, it's 2 minutes, right? It's 2 minutes. I've got a little bit of time, but just looking at everything, right? We can see the hourly, nice wick here. Wicks tend to be absorbed to the other side as well. So yeah, I'll be looking for a short, probably somewhere around here, down to around 41.03, something like that. And then from that point, hopefully I'll be out of the trade and not stopped out. Right, cool. You good on your side, Chester? I mean, I'm just going to put this position
Yeah,
on,
yeah, pretty good on my side. I actually went short on AVAX. Yeah, I
Right.
went short on AVAX and just banging in my take profits actually. So I can share my screen. Yes, I can. If you bear with me, guys, 1 second. Yeah. So what I've done with AVAX here is I've seeing on buy, but I'm currently at 1.37%. So technically, I could be closing this trade right now, but obviously with the 9x taking fees into account, it's not gonna be that great. If I do close it, it probably will be a lot less than 1%, right? So I have put my take profit and my stop loss. My take profit is currently going to be around an 8% profit on the investment, only $2.50, right? And that is basically playing on the current chart pattern. So if we go back to the chart quickly, and that's as you can see here, that rising parallel channel, the most recent lower high that we have here, it is going to be just above that at 25.8. I did 25.88. I don't know, typo. No, 25.8. Oh no, yeah, I definitely need to change that because I don't want it on this horizontal here. I want it a bit higher just in case we don't quite get there. And as you can see, let me bang in a horizontal so you guys can see it quickly. This area, very, very, very crucial for resistance and support. So ideally, I want to be coming down to here, having a take profit hit there, and then we're probably likely to see a bounce because we are going to see probably a continuation of this trend. Right now, I am going against the trend, and that's obviously not great because the trend is your friend, but I am just going on market structure at this point in time with all the volume weighted ATR bands on my side here. So ideally, I want to lose the 55 on the 3-minute, and then we can be basically banging it down, hopefully losing these major moving averages here as well. So yeah, let me just edit my take profit here on Bybit. So 25.88 instead, 25.88, and yeah, that will be a 5.7% trade to the upside if that does come through, right? So yeah, ideally, in terms of the stop loss, 26.4. Let's go back to the chart quickly. Why is that? Is that working? No, yeah, we are working. 26.4, right? That was just because first things first, we do have horizontals coming through from here. You can see 26.42, 26.43. So this area is actually very, very heavily respected in terms of resistance, right? You could be drawing some sort of box chart pattern, something along the lines of this, right? So this is where I bang my stop loss in around the sort of area 26.4. And then we do a volume weighted ATR bands coming out the wazoo here, backing us up in terms of resistance, right? We're testing these multiple times. We are still seeing resistance. It's looking pretty goddamn good, okay? So that's why I've got my stop loss up that high and looking for that take profit down low. And as I said before, this is in the middle of a chart pattern, guys. So it's not the greatest trade in the world, but in terms of candlestick patterns, near enough. Yeah, just about an engulfing bearish candle to the downside as well. So yeah, not looking too shabby on my side. Let's look at Bybit quickly because we have just gone negative minus 1.71%. In terms of the stop loss, it's going to be a minus 12%. That's horrific. Yeah, minus 12.26%. I didn't even check that. At least you just banged it in. So yeah, not great if that does come through. But as I said, it's very highly unlikely it does that just because of all the volume weighted ATR bands we've got on our side. Okay, but yeah, I think that's pretty good from my side. Are you all good, Hemi?
Yeah, just losing a lot. You know, it just seems to be the trend, trend here. I just pick it. To be fair, I have taken shorts every single time, and it has been pumps every single time. So to hit a take profit anyway is okay with me. If we're going to update on the ape side of things here, we can see that yeah, I got ape here on the right hand side. See if I can I get rid of the other one? Can I do that? I don't even remember how. I never actually pick one, and can I just do that? Is that going to work? Okay, no, it's not. No, it's not. All right, so yeah, we got ape here on the right-hand side, and obviously my stop loss is around here. If you're looking on the right-hand one, which is about, yeah, 6.45, and I'm looking for the take profit around 631. We have confirmed that start of the downwards candle here on that ape position. So, yeah, ideally we continue this trend down, and we hit that bad boy. And if we just go over to Bybit and show you guys what's good there, pretty much break even right now on the ape side, if you're looking down there. And yeah, Solana, just a sea of red here on my screen. Not great. Not great at all. But you know what? It's pretty... The candles are still very, very indecisive. You can see this, right? When you see this kind of price action, it's typical that we do have ideally like a bounce down here or a BART down in some sorts. But we'll see how this goes. We did actually get... Oh, no, I actually set my stop loss there anyway. That's fine. That's fine. But hopefully we don't hit that. And yeah, it's pretty tight on the stop loss side of things. And it's good to remember as well with Solana, we got pretty lucky with this one. So I can have a bit of a wider stop because, yeah, it's only 10% of our stack here. And we already have that $74 committed anyway. So yeah, it's cool, right? It's not actually that big of a trade when you think about it. So yeah, it's very, very volatile on the ape side, that's for sure, right? You can see this. It's obviously on a massive pivot point, 2 massive pivot points. So yeah, it could go either way, but ideally we do get that continuation towards the downside and get the monies in here. But yeah, Solana here. I haven't actually done too much TA on this thing, but yeah, just very volatile. Look at this thing. I didn't check this. I assumed Solana would be pretty like liquid and trending and bouncing around and stuff, but this is just dirt. I want it to stop. It's bad. Okay. Look, just look at this. It's nasty. So ideally, we get something like this, where yes, it's indecisive candles coming through, and then we just get that disgusting liquidation hunt towards the downside, and that's really what I'm hoping on for my short right now. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty close to the end here. So yeah, I don't think we can enter another trade. But what we can do is say hi to everyone in the chat. Hi, guys. How you doing? I'm seeing her Optimus in there. I'm seeing LR. I'm seeing Gene. Welcome, Gene. Welcome, welcome. Mindless Musician. Nice to have you, man. It's been a while. It's been a while. Rick Pick coming through as well. Yeah, and a lot of your boys as well, Chester. Good stuff. Good stuff.
The OGCC gang has made an appearance.
OGCC.
Yeah. See LR as well in the chat there. As you said, Mindless Musician, here Optimus as well, Simon B, Michael Allen. We've got, and that's about it, guys. That's all I can really see. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys stopping by and enjoying. I see Matt as well, enjoying the stream as well. Obviously, we do enjoy this. We have great fun doing this. It is a bit degenerate, and we do like normally trading like on a day-to-day basis with intelligence. But obviously this is just a good laugh, right? And that's why we do it with such little amount of money. So so yeah, it's all good here. But yeah, again, thank you ever so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, and like this, there is actually quite a lot of value coming from this as well, right? Because we're traders. We will always look at the higher time frames first, right? Even if we are trading these bad ones. And sorry, these lower time frames, not bad time frames. Don't want to offend anyone out there, but yeah, I mean, it's something that, yeah, you're still getting the value from the TA, and if you are suggesting altcoins that you like, altcoins that you're investing in or trying to trade, right, it's you still get that kind of 4-hour grip of what we're thinking the general direction is, where the candle is, what the candle shapes are, and the patterns and the direction we're hoping for it to go, right? So yeah, there is value coming through there, but what I will say is, yeah, don't just copy us on these 5 minutes and then 15-minute trades, because it is just carnage out here, and we are very much on the luck side. This is actually not great. If you're seeing this, this is on the track. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is actually not great here. For this candle closed up there. I was hoping it would close down there, but we'll see how this goes. I haven't been stopped out just yet, but I mean, it's not going amazingly. I may just close this ape trade at this point and limit the loss, but I mean, it's $1 if I lose anyways. You know what I mean? So I can just leave it open. I'll just leave it overnight.
But yeah, like my AVAX chart is literally doing nothing. It's just literally sideways crap. It's literally not doing anything. So but yeah, I just wanted to say I am actually 2 for 2 today, which is quite nice. 2 take profits hit. It's what we like, especially with the degenerateness of this, if that's a word, right? Yeah. So yeah, what is the actual scores, Hammy, on the doors?
So we've done 3 trades, right?
Yes, yeah.
So 2 of mine are still open. The first one we both closed, right? So I got the point just by a smidge of a percenterino. And yeah, so smidge of a percent. So yeah, it's really dependent on this. Oh, my ape trade is actually in pretty decent profit. Yeah, I'm closing that bad boy. Boom, it's done. It's done. Right, it was 1.26% profit. I don't know if you beat that, but I'll take the win. I'll take the win. No. What did you get? Did you? Because you hit your take profit quick, right?
Yeah, it was like pretty instantly. I mean, I'm being completely honest. It was 1.1.
So, savage. Dude.
Just got absolutely like 2 TPs here and then just got wrecked, like obviously by like a smidge of a percent both times. So yeah, pretty savage. But yeah, so I guess 2-0 to you, Hamilton of crypto.
You know why we're here.
We're here to make money. Cold hard cash. As I said, guys, we do love this. This is great fun for us. Yeah, in terms of an update on my AVAX trade, let me jump to my Bybit quickly, and I'll show you what's going on there. Currently down 3.6% there. Only $1. Only $1. So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, let's jump to the chart as well, and let's see what we're actually working with, because you know why we're here. No, why I've got my stop loss where it is because of these crucial volume weighted ATR bands on the 5-minute, the 3-minute coming through there, just about to come up and sat there. So we are probably going to see a reaction off this to see if we can actually see some resistance. You can see the resistance. Usually we do get slammed down from this bad boy. So ideally, this is what I'm hoping for. I mean, you can see straight. We've got another pivot point actually coming through from the WOD machine on the $26.22 there. From there, you can see we actually get slammed down. Really horrific, actually. Really horrific. Maybe looking at some gravestone doji or something along the lines of that, right? So yeah, not great there. Okay, I mean it's good for me because I'm short, but not good for the bulls. I mean it's actually tanking down. Actually, this is pretty good. Let's see my position, how that's affected that. I mean, it's still down 2.91%. So still horrific. But as I said, I've got a pretty strong area for stop loss there. So yeah, not sad. I'm not sad at all. I'm confident. But as I was saying a second ago, when we were just thanking you guys for tuning in, it's just been flaccid. It's just been pretty boring. It makes me even want to do some sort of parallel channel scenario coming through like this, right? Look, Gravestone Doji coming through strong. But yeah, if we are going to see a parallel channel scenario coming through like this is going to be the measure move down, something along the lines of that. As you can see, my take profit is down there. And then to the upside, it's probably just going to be a filthy trap, right? Because we've got the volume weighted TR bands holding us. And as you can see, that Gravestone Doji on the 3-minute here is actually very positive for me because it is a bearish candle and it is looking like we are going to see a reversal coming through there as well. So yeah, not too shabby at all. So yeah, what are you saying over your side, Hammy? How's your charts looking? As boring as mine?
The shabs aren't too much, but what I can say is I was literally that whole time I was 2 cents off my stop loss on this sol trade. It was brutal. Okay, I was thinking, wow, I'm going to lose a buck here. It's bad. But we can see here just how close that got. Literally, we can count it. We've got 54, 55, 56. But like that would have been savage. But yeah, it could still easily get there. It's actually looking worse and worse. It did get back down here in that time. But yeah, I mean, this looks worse and worse the more time goes on. So, I mean, hopefully we get the dump soon, but who knows what's going on there. Can just see this again here on the 15 minute. I'm just running out of energies. We've got to stop this soon. I'm literally
so
dying
hungry.
Yeah. Need sustenance.
Body is shutting down. Not good. But yeah, overall, I'm not in profit. I mean, I was in profit for 2 trades and I hit 2 TPs, which is pretty sweet. But now it's now I'm negative. And with the leverage that we did use, it's probably going to be a bigger hit than the profit that I made. So yeah, another great example of degeneracy coming through there. But yeah, I think we're probably going to round it off, aren't we, Amy?
Yes, sir. It's the thing with this is it's a bit like playing poker well with a bunch of bad players. It's you just slowly lose money. That's pretty much it. Even if you're really good, you slowly lose money. Sorry, a bunch of good players on poker. Yeah, that's how it works. But yeah, it's interesting. Let me just update you guys on Bitcoin before we go. Again, just a kind of refresher. Oh, no, this is the wrong chart. Hang on. Yeah, let's just hope this doesn't get stopped out. If this doesn't get stopped out, it would be great, but not looking fantastic. Not looking great. So really. What we got here. So yeah, Bybit, there we go. Beautiful stuff. So yeah, this is essentially what we were looking at the start of the stream. We were kind of like, I think we were maybe here or something like this, right? Coming up there. And yes, that prediction did kind of come into fruition in a way, right? We did kind of bounce off these pivot points. We did get that resistance and we did go down and test the moving average, right? So yeah, just a prime example of how you can kind of predict the short time frames, but just look at it, it's dirty. So yeah, what I'd say with this is, yes, you can make trades with these kind of time frames, but it is going to be a lot higher variance, right? It's going to be a lot more luck involved in that, right? But yeah, I mean, this could actually easily quite come up and break towards the upside now as well. What I'll say here on the 4 hour before we do head off, I'm still looking for that trade. I'm not going to get rid of all this at this point, But yeah, still looking for that trade coming into next week, basically, right? Hopefully over the weekend we can do something a bit like this, right? And then as Monday comes around, what I'm really hoping for is to break the important lows here and then find a beautiful trade towards the downside. And this won't be like you've seen today. This will be something a lot bigger, a lot higher win rate, a lot higher probability for profitability, and then yeah, a measure move to accompany that as well. So that's essentially my plan coming through here with Bitcoin. Anything you want to go with, Chester, or are we just gonna
So
get it?
overall, would you say you're like bearish on Bitcoin right now, considering the momentum of the trend slowing down and obviously the bearish chart pattern?
I would say think with chart patterns, right? And I don't know if we agree on this, but we both make money in the market, so it's all good. What I would say here with chart patterns is yes, typically, if it is, for example, a wedge pointing towards the sky, then yes, you would expect just on a natural scale, if you break structure, it heads down, right? But what I've always had a rule in trading in general, more with crypto, to be honest, because there have been so many huge patterns that look really, really bearish and they'll break towards the upside. They look really, really bullish, break towards the downside, right? So what I would say here with Bitcoin, and my experience with patterns is if we're inside the pattern and it's a bullish pattern, for example, then don't just long, because you got to wait for the breakout, right? So waiting for the breakout is so important when you're looking at this, more important than the pattern itself, right? So yes, yes, Bitcoin is looking a bit more bullish, I would say so, right? I would say yes, we are breaking important areas. Let's just see how this lines up at the moment. Yeah, so we've broken over pretty decent resistances on the diagonals, not so much on the horizontals, right? So yeah, I mean, we could still be in for some pretty major dumps, and it wouldn't even surprise me if we headed down to 20K again here. So yeah, I mean, in answer to your question, it is looking a bit better. If we're comparing this to, for example, when we dropped from 6K to 3K, and I was around for this, it was a disgusting time period, this kind of area, right? There were days we would move like 25%, and then the next day we'd completely reverse this kind of stuff, right? It's just absolute carnage, right? So yes, looking at this and comparing it, it is kind of still pretty volatile. It is bossing around and it is unpredictable, as you'd expect in a sideways market. But it's not really until we actually start breaking the decent horizontals, and there is obviously a lot more data here, but Bybit doesn't have it. So yeah, it would be the equivalent of Bitcoin breaking, I would say, 30K before I'm actually super bullish. That's the equivalent of Bitcoin breaking 6K when it did, and it went on the 14K run, right? But again, we've got other indicators to kind of give us trades, and we know how to trade a sideways market. We know how to trade a bear market, right? So yes, when that does turn around, it's obviously a lot easier to trade in a bull market. That's the facts, right? That's obviously it. But if we can really reclaim this kind of zone, this 30K zone, that's what I'm looking for the continuation, for the real momentum towards the sky, and another like mini run like we saw with the 14K run, right? So yeah, right now it is looking a bit better. I would probably be expecting some downside as we see this structure breaking, right? This parabolic structure kind of breaking towards the downside right now. So I would be expecting more sideways or down right now. And do we hit 20K again? I think it's quite likely. I think it's more likely we probably visit this kind of area, 21.5, 21.3, that kind of zone, and then maybe finding some support there. But yeah, it's a little too early to tell that we just go up from here, of course. But what I'm really focusing on right now is this sideways market and how to trade it, and waiting for those next patterns. For example, right, if we do head down from here and then we kind of start banging it up again, then there are going to be patterns we can look for to trade along the way, right? There's always things that form, and that's where the trading really comes into it. So in terms of macro, yes, it's looking a bit better. Yes, I'd actually probably expect a little bounce here as well, but ultimately probably sideways and down from here overall, unless we actually do break this high at 25K anyway.
Yeah, to be honest, if we do actually break the most recent low in this bear market, that's, believe it or not, that's still good news, because the lower prices for us means we're just going to buy more Bitcoin, right? We're literally big believers in the whole crypto space. We're big believers in decentralization. So the lower prices that we're going to get here, there probably will be like the lowest prices that we will ever get, right? So this is absolutely perfect for us. If it does start to dump, we are just going to keep buying. It's a no-brainer, right? We're big believers in the space. So yeah, we're just gonna stack it up. And also, we do have some insane indicators for when we actually drop down to lower volume, right? Lower volume trade and stuff like that, right? So I'm talking insane indicators. So yeah, we will be showcasing those to you guys as well if we do actually hit that nice threshold of volume as well. But yeah, overall, I think we're probably going to round it off there. Pretty good stream, I'd say. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully, you guys got some value and enjoyed yourselves too. We will, as I said, we will be back. We will be back. Oh, do you want to talk about your ape trade?
I got stopped out. It wasn't good. That's
Wait,
all
I'm
I
still
have
in
to
my
say
trade,
about
aren't
that.
I know.
That's all I have to say about that.
I'm currently down like 5% in my trade, so I've got confidence because obviously the stop loss is really quite high on that position, and obviously I've got the volume weighted ATR and across multiple time frames, basically holding us back for resistance. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave that on. Probably it's like equivalent like $20, right? So it's like, yeah, cool. I'll see where that goes. That'd be fun. But yeah, apart from that, we do appreciate you guys watching. As I said a second ago, we will be back doing like a Bitcoin update and some altcoin requests from you guys Monday and Wednesday as well. And then next week for the Thursday night trade off again. We do also have some amazing content coming through, challenges, blogs, lifestyle, all good stuff like that coming through as well. Because we want to I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, right? We're entrepreneurs as well as traders. Like we've got our hands in loads of different pies of businesses and stuff like that. So yeah, we like to showcase those stuff to you guys as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Yeah, that's gonna be it from me. I don't know what Hammy looks like. He's really confused.
I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know what's going on.
Tired.
So
He's losing it.
yeah, I've lost it. All right. So yeah, what did you end on, by the way? I ended on 298.37.
I'm currently on 297.65.
There's 3 for 3, baby.
But I'm still in. I'm still in my position.
Could reverse.
Here.
Could reverse.
So it could reverse. Yeah, still in. Not gonna stay because we're insanely hungry and it's getting late here. So I'm not gonna stay. But if you guys are interested in the final score, I will be posting in our Telegram group. And if you guys do want to join our Telegram group, make sure you do that. The link is in the description. Yeah, thanks again for watching. That's gonna be it from me, Crypto Chester.
And that's gonna be it from me, Hamilton of Crypto. We'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to share this to all your groups. Check out the Discord. We are upgrading that to the max right now. And yeah, that's going to be it from us. Peace out. Goodbye from decentraHYPE. How do I close this? Hello? Oh, it's just me left. Hello? I've actually lost how to find it.